welcome all. This is episode 6.
Woo!
Episode 6. This is going to be a different episode than normal. We are minus Kevin.
Finally.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ.
God, we can actually finally get to fucking work.
There's a little more breathing room in here, you know?
Yeah, it's a little cooler in here because we don't have
He gives off a lot of heat.
Oh, he's going to hear that and say, like, I am real hot because, he's real original.
God, you're right.
So,
way
to feed that
Feel free
troll.
to cut that out. You know that's not right.
Edited. So hope everyone's having a great, Monday. It's Friday for us.
Woo!
So this is pretty awesome when you're having a shitty Monday and back in time, we're like, woo, Friday! Woo, woo, woo.
Yes, it hasn't even really set in yet. We're still kind of in that Friday mood.
Yeah, and there's not going to be a ton of uploads from myself. I will not be in town next week.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm not going to be in town next week. And I'm going to Portland.
Woo!
Flying to Portland, Oregon. Going to see my family. Meet my nephew who I've never met before. He's 1 year old.
Never met.
Never
Really?
met him. When I go home, because, I'm originally from Portland, but then I lived most of my life in Washington.
Yeah.
It's my dad and my original nephew and his family is all in Washington. So I usually go, that's where I grew up mainly. So I usually go to Washington.
Okay.
But I've been wanting to go to Portland, so I'm going to Portland.
Is it your brother or a sister's kid?
I have 2 brothers.
Okay.
So it's the oldest brother is now has
I can narrow it down.
Yep. So yeah, I'm sure you are all here to listen to my family tree. But yeah, I'll be in Portland, Oregon.
It's been great, man.
Oregon coast, Mount Hood. Just going to travel, show Alyssa the amazing state of Oregon.
Absolutely.
So get the fuck out
Get
of
the
this
hell out of here. It's
fucking
already...
desert.
How hot was it?
It was like 88 or 89 at one point today.
March...
Fuck this
March
place.
10th. March 10th.
So done with it
March
right now.
10th. And we're at almost 90 degrees.
So that's our setup, and we've got some topics. Not a lot of breaking news, but some interesting stuff. We'll see how quickly we get through it.
Do you want to do what you've been playing? Want me to go first?
Yeah, go first, man.
All
what
right.
are you doing?
So nothing new really. Just like the last couple times, I'm playing a lot of Hitman. It's still only on episode 2.
Wow.
Bouncing back a lot between 1 and 2. I've almost completed. Or 100%, you could say, episode 1, which means level 20, whatever you want to call it. And episode 2, I'm going back through, getting the different executions and unlocking new weapons, different spawning points, things like that. Things I talked about last time. Last night, actually, me and the girlfriend got it really into Minecraft.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, really weird.
Do you have that on PlayStation?
I have it on everything.
Okay, because I saw you and on your PlayStation, because I was on my PlayStation,
yeah.
and I saw your profile, and I almost deleted you because I forgot it was you.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Because your name is different.
You're right, it is different.
And I don't remember I'm never on PlayStation.
You're right. No,
so
it is
who
different.
the fuck is this?
I don't think it shows my real name.
No.
Either. Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, I know who that is.
Right.
And then I saw the game it said was Minecraft.
Yeah, very unusual. But yeah, I have it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox. I don't know why.
So you count as 2 of the 122 million
I
copies sold.
am pretty much the biggest percentage of their player base. No, man, we played it for like 5 hours.
What, the create mode or the game mode?
Survival mode,
okay.
For sure. I don't like creative mode. I understand it's a lot of fun if you have a creative mind, which I don't. I like having nothing and having to work up to something.
Yeah.
I always like when you start a game like an RPG. Not that Minecraft is really an RPG.
Well, I mean...
Kind of is. I always like that beginning stage where you have nothing.
Yeah.
You have to
me too.
Literally punch trees.
I like that stage right after the beginning, like when you hit in Oblivion when you hit level 7.
Yes.
And you start to feel like, okay, I got some cool gear.
You start to get your class.
You're not elite yet by any means.
You're not fighting rats with a stick anymore, but you're kind of working your way into your actual class that you're working towards.
Exactly.
But I didn't think she would really like it very much. Just kind of when you come in, it seems kind of childish. Everything is everything's pixelated. Everything's a cube, but it's so deep. If I don't know how if you've ever really gotten into Minecraft, it's so deep. There's so much to do, and she spent 4 of the 5 hours building some glass wall. That was it. And she had a blast. I fucking put the house together. I mined some minerals.
What was the wall for?
Yeah,
decoration
to look through.
Okay.
Let's
build a big fucking window, guys.
Here's the thing, though. The window is not even attached to the makeshift house.
So it's like a modern Art Deco thing?
Yeah, it's like it represents the duality of man, I like to think. Yeah, that's not what she's going for.
What was she going for?
Couldn't tell you.
She's working on that part?
We didn't talk a whole lot the whole time.
That's awesome.
So Hitman, Minecraft. I did a little solo For Honor, but unfortunately, the more I play that game, the more frustrated I become.
Yeah, after our experience, the three of us last Friday.
We can talk about Friday if you want.
Pretty much decided to dump that game. I don't regret buying it because I don't think it sold very well. Mm-hmm. And like we were saying I believe in the vote for your wallet thing. I want to support new IPs. I'm interested in that. The combat system's awesome. It was a great idea. But without dedicated servers, I'm not willing to play. I got so frustrated with that. Like we started like 4 or 5 straight Dominion matches, and they all crashed within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with this game.
Literally, I think it was 4 or 5.
Back to Battlefield.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I'm done with For Honor.
Yeah, there's probably a hefty update for Battlefield that we need to install.
We got that DLC coming. We can play as the French and play in Verdun. Okay,
yes.
Go back to For Honor first.
It'll be good. Yeah, we'll get into that. For Honor, though, the biggest thing is, like, if we recall, like, the Halo Master Chief Collection, it's not that the game is, like, whatever, this game sucks. When a game lets you down... Yeah,
because the game, I mean, Master Chief Collection was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
but
on paper.
But...
Right, yeah, exactly. There's a big but.
Same with For Honor.
In Master Chief Collection, it literally took them a year to fix it. Like, I think it was almost a year, and they were like, all right, here's an update. Now everything connects. Nobody was playing that game anymore. And nobody's going to be playing For Honor in 6 months. You know what I mean? I mean,
I wonder how much it's already fallen off.
I think I read something that the Steam player base is half of what it was on release.
Yeah, and like the problem I have with that game, and it's not the game's fault at all. It's the designer's fault for creating a game as a niche as this, but I that's why I love it. But like, I feel like I went in there, I was rusty, I hadn't played for over a week. It was almost 2 weeks. And so yeah, I got my ass kicked. Yeah. And I was not having fun at all, because I'm like, God, like, you just get ganged up on, you run into a group and 3 of them attack you. Like, fuck, I can't fight 3 dudes at once. Yeah,
if you have the quote-unquote ring rust, if you will, and then you get gangbanged, and a lot of people don't play with quote-unquote honor. Mm-hmm. Not at all. It can already put a bad taste in your mouth. And once we finally started getting the hang of things... Yeah, I started getting a little better. We all started feeling it. We started, the morale was kind of going up.
We won a couple of Dominion matches.
Having fun. We won some matches. And then...
the magic started to come back.
Exactly. And then at one point when it starts crashing, one of us gets frustrated, which causes the other 2 to get frustrated. And everyone's just kind of not feeling it. And I think you were probably the first one to go.
I was more frustrated than you guys were. Yeah. I felt you guys were like, you guys were just like, oh, let's just do duels. You were just in a better mood than I was. I was like seething. I was trying to hide it. I was like, if this disc was physical, I might break it right now. I paid $60 for this, and it's unfucking playable.
It's just so frustrating because the 3 of us at least, and I mean, even it's hard to do that sometimes. Get like 1 day a week where we plan and we're like, hey,
every Friday
we're gonna fucking play a game tonight. Let's do it, and we always have such a good time. And then
we really do,
unless this shit happens.
Yeah, and and the thing is weird though because I'm not great at Battlefield either. Yeah, I'll have good games. Yeah. For the most part, I'm probably subpar in that game.
But we're not playing it because
the game is so good, and I pick it up. It's a first-person shooter. Yeah.
It's very straightforward. I mean, I don't want to say straightforward, but you know how to play a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's difficult for different reasons, and it fucking works.
Yeah.
I mean, Battlefield has had a few minor connection issues, but nothing
even within the same realm of what we've dealt with. And we've played much more Battlefield than we have, right?
I would say so. I mean, I haven't played a ton of either, well, For Honor, I probably put... I'm going to go beat the story mode. Yeah. It's not that it's good, but I'd actually like to do a review for it.
Okay.
And I've played a good, 8 to 10 hours of multiplayer. I want to finish the single player.
Which is probably
do a review on it.
8 to 10 hours, would you say?
Maybe, yeah.
How far in do you think you are?
I'm probably halfway. I'm doing the Viking, so it goes Knight, Viking, Samurai. You play through all of them. It's like a sampler platter of all the different classes.
How many hours do you think?
6 or 7, probably.
Okay, so probably.
It's really just wants you to play as each thing. It's fine. It's not bad. Yeah. I'm a little interested in it, but you can definitely see through. It's built on the multiplayer platform as far as like you play a mission and then it loads out and you're on the map thing and it moves you up and you're like start now, and it's not a real single player experience.
It's a multiplayer tutorial.
Yeah, and there's some cool cutscenes. Like the main bad guy is kind of interesting, so I'll play it. I'll finish it. I paid for the game, and I do enjoy the combat. And I'd like to be able to do a scored review on it, which I will do at some point here soon.
We I tried the story mode with Cassie there, and we got in the very beginning you're being attacked, or we started as the knights. I guess it depends on who you start as. Have you played the knights?
You always start as the knights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot you could even pick. So you get attacked, and then you defeat kind of their champion,
right?
And then they take you on. And
they take you, and they spare that castle.
And that was literally where I stopped.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I'll just go play more multiplayer.
Yeah, you'll meet the main villain, who's pretty interesting. But again, I have Horizon.
I was gonna.
So like, fuck that game. You know what I mean?
We were talking about Minecraft, and
Horizon is a better game in every possible imaginable way.
I was gonna mention that I just longingly. You mentioned you saw my name and it said Minecraft, and I'd see your name and it would say Horizon. I would just longingly just.
Why don't you get this game, bro?
I don't know. And you know what's weird is like I can afford it.
What the fuck are you doing?
I would be fine. It's really weird, man.
What are you doing?
I bought so much shittier games with so much less money.
Are you worried about? Are you pulling a Kevin and you're like afraid of the commitment of all the hours it takes?
No. Here's the thing. I want the hours. I need.
Kevin's listening to this like, man, fuck you,
fuck
Ian.
off, Kevin. We figured it out what it is with Kevin too.
Go back and listen to the first episode.
It's a power thing. Oh god, and your fucking
there
screensaver.
Yeah, the screensaver's like, hey Mason,
God,
you piece of shit.
So good. Anyway, what I think it is I want to wait until I know that I'm gonna have fucking 10, 11 hours.
Dude,
to
yes.
I don't.
That's been my biggest problem with this game.
Yeah,
I have between I went to Disneyland a couple weeks ago. I'm going to Portland. The weekends have been busy. I have not been able to play this game for more than like 2 or 3 hours at a time, and it's driving me fucking insane.
That's got it. See, that would drive me crazy.
But dude, I'm already like 10 hours into the game.
Yeah.
So I'm still loving every moment that I'm playing, and part of the reason that I'm not further is because Alyssa keeps falling asleep.
God damn it!
She wants to see the story, so I can't keep playing. I'm like, God damn it! And then I remember, I have a Bretonian campaign in Total War. I'll go do
Why doesn't she play the game? Not her thing.
No, it is. She loves this game. She loves watching. She just prefers to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not great at games. Yeah. But I'm pretty good at games. Yeah. And like, so she thinks it looks cool, and she tries it, and she struggles, and she gets pissed off at it.
Makes sense.
She'd rather just watch me play a lot of the stuff. There's a few, like, she'll play BioWare games. That's the one thing that she plays herself. Everything else she likes to watch.
Yeah, she was really into Dragon Age, right?
Yeah, really into Dragon Age and Mass Effect. She played through all. When we met, she hadn't played through them. I'm like, well, this is a requirement.
If there were,
so she played through all the Mass Effects and just fell in love with the Mass Effect games, of course.
Absolutely, yeah. I was going to say if you had to pick 3 games for one person,
and then I had to go back and play Knights of the Old Republic, which is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, God.
It's BioWare's first, not first game by any means, but it was kind of their first game in that style. With like, you meet the characters, and you get to party, and you go around. Like, their kind of formula that they've developed. The first game that kind of started that formula of going around and talking to each person and all that. Yeah. That was KOTOR, and she loved that too, because that's like the OG BioWare RPG.
How does that hold up?
Not including Baldur's Gate and all that.
Oh, Baldur's Gate's so good. How does that second grade shout out? How does that hold up today?
Great,
KOTOR.
Great, really good actually. I mean, it doesn't. It's not beautiful, but it's not so ugly that I was distracted.
Yeah.
And it's such a great game.
That's my thing.
It's so fucking good.
I would give anything to go back and play that game when it came out. And not be fucking 8 years old or however old I was.
Yeah.
But I'm such a graphics whore now. Like, it
stands up pretty well, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's better than you're thinking it is in your head.
I know.
It actually is pretty impressive, especially on PC.
I'm picturing, like, Morrowind.
Oh, God. Morrowind was a little ugly at the time it came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, the art direction was gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And the music and everything, it had a real feel to it, but it was never considered an incredible looking game by any standard.
As it should not have been.
No, it's ugly as fuck. But KOTOR, it holds up really well, actually. Yeah.
I need to figure out a way to play that.
It's about, if you don't do a ton of the side stuff, you just play the story, do like 25 hours.
Yeah.
26 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you've been playing Hitman. You're on level 2. How many episodes are there?
6 total.
Okay,
and it's season 1. I would assume they're going to keep going.
Yeah.
I think it did fairly well.
All right.
I'm not sure. Episode 1 came out in.
It was a while back.
Yeah. So I don't know what their plan is with that. I haven't followed it at all. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to get Probably episode 3 pretty soon if I don't buy Horizon, or I'll just buy both.
Didn't you buy the whole thing?
No, I'm going one at a time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm doing it one at a time, which is only $5 more than if you were to just.
Yeah,
buy
that's
the whole
fine.
thing.
Because like, what if you decide you don't want to play the rest and you save the money? Yeah.
That's the way I
mean, if you get Horizon, you're like, all right, done.
Exactly. If I get Horizon, I probably won't touch another game until Mass Effect comes out.
This is crazy, man. Fucking Horizon and Zelda and Mass Effect and all these games. It feels like November.
I feel overwhelmed.
It's
and
March.
Half of them I'm not even playing, and I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I don't even have the option to play Zelda, even if I.
No, neither do I. I don't have a Switch yet.
Yeah.
See, we were gonna have Jimmy here tonight, but he got sick, got under the weather.
Shout out to
Hope
Jimmy.
he's feeling better.
He is.
So he was gonna give us his first impressions of the Switch and Zelda. So we will do that maybe next week. Maybe he can come and play in my place.
There you go.
Even though I was going to be like the Nintendo interrogator and be like, tell me everything that's good.
I really think you should be there.
I trust him though to be partisan.
Absolutely.
to be honest with.
But let's be real. If we're going to cut anybody, it's Kevin.
Well, why would you say that, Mason?
I thought, no, is that not?
Were we leaning into the mic?
Were we not?
Like, it's you, Kevin. It's you.
Kevin, it's you. Where are we going with that?
Just talking to Kevin on the mic.
We're just talking to Kevin. Can we just talk to Kevin?
I want to try to get Kevin to play Horizon because like it's a.
Can we call him right now?
It's a very gameplay.
Should we call him?
Oriented. A very gameplay oriented.
You know why he won't play it?
Because we like it, right?
Well,
because we like it.
Rule number 1, yeah. Not rule, but reason number 1 because we like it. Reason number 2, it's a female, and he's not sexist, and I don't think maybe that doesn't have anything to do with it. I think it's a power thing for him. And
I thought it was a customization thing.
Is that what it is? Is that what we decided?
Like, if he doesn't have like enough player agency over the story, he's not interested.
Yeah, if he can't blow up planets,
he doesn't
really
like being dictated a story.
Right? Yeah. No,
which is weird because he loves movies. Which all movies do is dictate to you. A story.
Correct.
But that's the separation. He doesn't want to. You don't want to mix that chocolate and that peanut butter.
Correct.
He's like, look, I either want to play my games and own the experience, or watch my movies and have them dictate to me the experience.
But he'll play Overwatch.
That's just multiplayer, though.
Yeah,
like
but
there's no cutscenes, nothing interrupting his.
So we're dictating only single player games.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. Fair.
That on top of commitment time commitment because he won't play Witcher, which is one of the great games of all time. Commitment. Oh, you haven't even played.
What's he doing?
You haven't even beat Witcher.
I have not beaten Witcher, but I do love that game, and I have played a lot of it.
It's one of the great games of all time.
Oh, absolutely! I played 50+ hours, and I got 1% through the game. Call his ass, man.
What are we going to say to him?
I don't give a fuck. Get him on the phone.
All right, we're calling Kevin.
Calling Kevin right now.
If he doesn't answer...
Are you on speaker right now?
Yeah, I am on speaker.
It's pretty quiet, right?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. There we go. We're calling Kevin.
I think that'll cause any... What's up, bitch?
Hello?
What's up, bitch?
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, what's up?
This is Mason, live from your podcast.
Oh, hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
All your fans are wondering where you are, so we
we just figured we'd throw you on the podcast for a second.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, you guys?
No pressure, though. No pressure. What are you doing? You
it was Mason's idea.
You jerking off? What's going on?
Wait, what?
We were talking about why you have really shitty taste in games, and
wow,
and you don't want to play Horizon Zero Dawn.
He never said that.
Oh, yeah. Because a strong female protagonist lead is not my thing.
What did I just say? That was
okay.
Yeah, yep. That's exactly what I said.
I mean, there's never a point where she looks at the camera and goes, "Feminism."
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't.
Right. No.
It's not pushing an agenda or anything. Is that?
Oh, no, that's cool. That's fine, but.
Did you celebrate National Women's Day?
How do I celebrate National Women's Day?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody it's not really something you celebrate. Like, that's not really the right word.
Kevin does.
You probably looked at Chive.
You looked at Chive?
Not anymore. I used to a lot, but
I know. I get their emails still, and I'm like, oh yeah, Chive.
yeah. Every now and then.
All right, buddy.
We'll let you go. I don't know. We just apparently wanted to call you.
We love you.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, nice seeing you guys again. Are you guys just doing the two of you guys, or what?
Yeah, Jimmy's under the weather.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was hanging out with my family earlier, so...
Yeah, cool man.
So, hey, thanks for holding down the fort, you guys.
Hey.
Thanks.
No problem, bro. We'll talk to you soon.
Later, bro.
See ya.
Wow, strong. He doesn't like a
guy.
strong female character lead.
I don't.
That's disappointing.
He can't be telling the truth. That can't be.
You think he's trolling?
I think he's totally trolling. I think there's a really good chance. You know him better than me. That he plays his RPGs as a female. Does he not?
No, he doesn't.
At all?
No.
Okay.
Not in my experience.
I retract my statement.
No, but neither do I.
No.
Sometimes, see, for me, it's all about the story. So, like, if it makes sense. So, like, for me, Shepard was supposed to be kind of an embodiment of yourself, or whatever. At least back when I played it, it came out and I was in high school.
Yeah.
So, like, I made him kind of look like me, and I just kind of made him act like me, and so that was just sort of that was the agency that I was discussing.
Right.
That's what is good about those games. But see, what I don't understand is like, and this he's not if he's not trolling, he's not alone. You listen to Kind of Funny, right?
Yeah, all the time. Too much. Some would say.
So I don't know if you listened to a more recent episode where a dude wrote in about Horizon, and that he can't relate with a female protagonist.
Ham.
Yeah, and not because he was like sexism, right. But he's just like. They were both like, get the fuck over it and play great games. Because
you don't...
like, what are you relating with? You're fighting giant goddamn robots with a bow and arrow.
You've never...
So, like, if the dude has a fake dick under his pants...
Yeah.
Now you can play the game.
Exactly.
It's how does it change the experience at all? It doesn't, because it's not about her. Like I said, there's never a point where she like whips her head around with the bow and goes, "For women." They don't push any of that shit in that at all. It's like not remotely a feminist game at all. And the fact that this even comes up is so fucking frustrating to me.
I think they bring up I'm sorry, what's his name? Isaac from Dead Space, right?
Yeah.
Did I know it? A game I've never played. Somehow. And they bring up how arguably one of the great survival horror games of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's literally nothing in that game anybody can relate to in any way. No, but people love that game. Everyone plays it.
Dude, all the goddamn game. The whole point. I'm stealing from.
There are games that you can relate to. It
depends on your definition of relate. If relating means my character's family dies, I understand that sadness.
Right, yeah.
I mean, not that I've experienced that.
Right.
But, like, okay, I get it. He's justifiably upset, angry and sad because his family is dead.
Exactly.
Like, that's a basic relation. That's just human empathy.
Right.
But as far as, like, oh, I just can't get into the world because I'm experiencing it through a woman.
That's so ridiculous.
What the fuck?
It's so ridiculous.
What does it matter, dude? She's a fucking 3D polygon. It's about game. It's about the game.
She's the character. There's nothing that you wouldn't be experiencing that game if you weren't.
It doesn't make you like a woman. I don't understand. Like you're not like. I think it's just weird. It's really weird.
Thing. It's an insecurity thing. That guy has fucking 40-inch tires on his truck.
Oh, the dude that wrote in and said he can't.
Those guys in general.
But what about Kevin? He doesn't have any of that.
I don't think Kevin's telling the truth.
You think he's trolling?
I think he's 100% trolling. I think you know that, right? I mean,
I don't know. See, the thing is, like, a lot of the time Kevin will troll. Generally, he doesn't do it to me because it doesn't really work.
Right. Yeah.
Like I might get like frustrated. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I don't really like bite on that.
Right. You don't absorb any of it.
It doesn't really bother me.
Control shield.
I like to understand things.
Right.
And like I'm someone who, if I have an opinion or like I'm always able to back up a way I feel. Right. I'm never just like, I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah.
There's never an I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
So like to me, I just want to know like what is it? Because if it's about like not relating to the character, I think that's a bunch of crap. Personally.
Right. Yeah.
I don't. We're not here to relate with killing robot dinosaurs.
And I don't think that's Kevin's.
No. That kind of goes back to the conversation we're having with the people writing in saying. And I'm going to go off on a real quick tangent.
Please.
So somehow Horizon. I'm going to bring politics into games. I'm not going into politics. I'm bringing political into games.
Okay.
So nothing. I'm not going to go off on a political thing here.
Do it.
But most of you who know me, I'm a little bit more on the left, ideologically at least. Somehow Horizon has managed to piss off the far right and the far left simultaneously. So not only are the far left snowflakes, but the far right snowflakes are pissed too.
Right.
It's pretty amazing, and they're pissed off at totally different things, and I want to punch them both in the face.
Yeah, yeah.
So the right, these far-right fuckers think that it's an affirmative action, feminist propaganda.
God.
It's all about pushing how women are equal because, they're not, right?
Right, well, yeah, no, they suck.
So and they're all pissed off about that. And it's all about just forcing women. And that couldn't be, they obviously haven't played the game.
Yeah.
There's never a moment where they're like, oh, women. Yeah. There's women in the game. There's men in the game.
But you don't have men tied up to leashes and you're not whipping them.
Right, and there's never a moment, there's no moments where you're, like, overcoming sexism.
Exactly.
There's, like, not all these men who are like, you stupid bitch, you can't shoot a bow and arrow because you're a woman. There's nothing like that in that game. They have bigger problems in that world.
Robot dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really give a fuck.
Robot
if you can
dinosaurs.
shoot a bow, get the fuck out there.
Get out there. Kill some robot
They
dinosaurs.
can care less. So I'm so sick of that crap. Okay,
Yeah,
totally sick of that crap. The left is pissed because they use the word braves.
I heard about that.
That's culturally and racially insensitive.
I heard about that.
Get the fuck out of here, both of you.
Explain to me what a brave even is. Native American, right?
Yeah, it's a term for a Native American warrior.
That's it.
But it's cultural appropriation. You're taking the words. So you know what I love? I bet if they called them warriors, they wouldn't have said a thing.
Exactly.
Because warriors is generally, it's very broad. But, or if they called them knights, no one would care.
Yeah.
Because knights were white, right?
Right, yeah.
Or even if they called them, even if they were like, somewhere in Horizon they found books and they created a language based on partially on human, previous societal languages, and they used the word samurai, I don't think anyone would care.
Nobody would literally give a fuck.
But braves, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or like there's another tribe in the world that like they're like big and powerful and they have like slaves and stuff and they attack.
Yeah.
And someone calls them savages. That was another oh. So I'm just so sick of both of these sides are the same. They're the same people to me.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they're offended by.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm so fucking sick of all of it. Like, I can't. Oh.
So crazy. I can't wait to play that game either way.
It's so fucking good. It has nothing to do with feminism.
Yeah.
She's an amazing character.
Absolutely.
With great dialogue.
And
she's
a weird
funny.
name.
She's sarcastic.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her to fucking death. My dick does not feel smaller for playing her because I have enough self-esteem to be able to play a woman character and enjoy it. And the rest of you guys can go fuck yourself.
It's insane to me. Yeah, I don't think... I can't speak on it because I can't understand it.
No.
I can't...
I don't know. I just think it's like, get over it. If you call yourself a gamer, play great games.
Exactly.
And now, if you play the game and you have objective... I just don't really like the way the camera is. Or, I just don't really like this.
Oh, about the game.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's the
game.
But,
not playing games for some weird, problem you have.
Exactly.
Get over it. Get over it. Play good games. Or don't start to give me an opinion on games if you won't play them for little bitch reasons like that.
And if that's your reason, yeah, you have a problem. But back to Kevin's thing, and anyone else who may feel like...
I don't want to speak for Kevin without him here. We can ask him about it next time.
I was just going to say he should just do him. He should literally... There's no point in him playing a game he's not going to enjoy.
Right. No, you don't want to force something, because then you won't enjoy it regardless.
Last of Us. We're trying to shove Last of Us down
down
Kevin's
we'll have
throat.
to play. I think he would enjoy if he just sat there and watched it. Like he said, that he was willing to do that.
Yeah.
But we'd have to make a time and all that. You know how it is.
But you remember when you first played it, and I first played it long after you did.
Mm-hmm.
But when you first played that game, there was never like okay, we'll wait a week and come back and play. Like, we played that game.
Yeah.
You played that game. You came home.
Well, dude, okay, so I am just someone who, I'm the hardest core of hardcore gamers.
Right.
So I as an amateur critic, because obviously I don't have a degree in journalism or anything like that, or I don't know how to make games. I don't know anything about development. I'm not a programmer, so I'm a complete amateur critic. But as someone who wants to have a broad, wide opinion on games, I can't afford to be picky or choosy with stuff like that.
Yeah.
There might be a game out there I just don't care about.
Yeah.
And I'll be open, like, look, I'm not playing Final Fantasy.
And you shouldn't. You wouldn't like it. You go into it with a bad taste already. And
so it's the same thing with Kevin, maybe, with certain things.
Exactly, yeah. But you're right.
But it's weird, because Kevin loves all the same shit that we do. That's what just blows my fucking mind.
It's eating at you, like, deep inside. Like, you're just... like, you want him to love it?
Yeah.
God damn it, Kevin.
No, it's not, I don't blame him for it.
Should we just call him again?
No, I don't blame. I don't hold it against Kevin
of course,
or anyone who doesn't like them.
Of course.
I just don't get. I just can't can't wrap
It's
my
weird.
mind.
It's very weird.
The fact that I'm like someone who loves fantasy and role-playing games and won't play Witcher
Yeah.
blows my goddamn mind. Because it's arguably the greatest role-playing game ever made.
It's fantastic.
And it's like, dude, just try it.
I met people who tried Skyrim, and they would pick it up, they played the first couple hours, they put it down, never touched it again.
I get
I
how
don't get
that. If you're someone who prefers Uncharted and Last of Us, and if you're someone who's more into a linear thing, so like complete opposite of Kevin.
Right. Yeah.
See, what I don't get is I love all of this shit.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
want to close off a whole section of something
Yeah.
for some weird thing. Like, even if I don't think, I'll try anything.
Right,
and I'll give anything a shot, with a few exceptions. Like you said, I don't want to go into Final Fantasy.
Exactly.
Like, it's not my game.
It's not your thing.
It's got 15 on it. I'm like, I know that they're all separate, but they're going to be making allusions to shit that I won't understand.
15's too much.
I needed to have started. Maybe if I'd played it when I was 8, I'd love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, just the nostalgia.
Absolutely.
Of all
Yeah.
it, so. Anyway, interesting conversations.
Yeah.
They're always worth talking about.
Of course.
But if you're out there and you love games, just play games. Just play. Like, you don't have to always go with the critics, but like find a voice or a few voices out there that you like and that you know generally concur with you.
Yeah.
So, like we said, we talked about Kind of Funny. I'm a big Angry Joe fan.
Absolutely.
There's a few out there.
Jimquisition, I know you like as well.
I love Jim Sterling.
He's a badass.
He's great. He's just so analytical about everything. And
I think
that's
it's
the way
important
I
to
am.
also talk to people who not necessarily disagree with you. But
Well, it's always. I think it is important to talk to people who disagree.
yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Even on the video game spectrum.
That first episode when we talked to Kevin, we wanted to know why he wasn't in The Last of Us,
Right.
or Uncharted or whatever.
Yeah. You're right.
And we learned stuff from that we can then apply when we see similar things later and attempt. It's always good to attempt to think on the other person's
Of course.
side. And not enough people do that,
That's a fact.
especially right now.
Especially a lot of that going on right now.
A lot of that going on.
We're not going to go there, but
No,
a lot
but-
of that going on right now.
But, well, even with, we were talking about the whole political thing,
Right.
And the political shading on a game like Horizon, where somehow it manages to offend everybody. Meanwhile, the real gamers are like, I'm just playing this game.
We don't even get it. We don't understand, and I can't say we, because I can't speak for everyone, but myself, I don't even, because I'm so not that way, I don't understand what is even offensive.
Well, you're just looking for shit at this, right? You have to just be
why?
just on watch all the time for everything.
Yeah,
You
but
just,
why?
I don't
What a
know.
waste of time.
I don't know.
When you could
and
just
you're
be
missing
playing
out. On
a great
lot of
game.
these people. A lot of these people are not gamers, and I guarantee you, none of those people saying any of this from either side ever played the game.
Then stay away from games.
I know.
You know?
Hey, a study came out showing violent games do not encourage you to be violent.
You're telling me.
It's almost like we
You're telling
already
me
knew that.
that when I played Grand Theft Auto 3, when I was like 10,
Yeah.
that I'm not going to be a serial killer?
Dude, you
Shut up.
are going to be okay, according to this study.
Such a relief.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Such a
We don't have to
relief.
go full Dexter
I
and
was
start
ready.
killing folks.
I had my saran wrap.
Yeah.
I had my saran wrap.
I mean, well, if it was Grand Theft Auto, you were just gonna go
I was
run people,
gonna-
just drive on the sidewalk.
Just hookers,
Yeah,
actually.
oh, okay.
Just
yeah,
them.
and
Yeah.
beat the glowing green dollars out of them.
The glowing, they have to float as well. Don't
Oh,
forget.
right, yeah.
What a game, though. We're not going to go there. But
Did GTA 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
something else. All the GTA games have been like revolutionary at their time.
Want to get into these topics, man?
Let's do it, bro. Let's get into the list. We spent a good 30 minutes. That's perfect. That's perfect.
We nailed it, man. Something about
Oh, we got the iPad back up right in time.
iOS update killing
Sorry,
it.
guys. I didn't mean to talk about it. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna pull some shit up. Do you want to do the Shadow of War one first?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Is that what you had up first? What did you have
No,
first?
I don't know if mine were in order of the ones you sent me. I had Rocket League up first.
Oh, let's hit that real
we
quick.
can mow over Rocket League.
Because did you play Rocket League at all?
I did. Not too much. So, I mean, a couple matches, it didn't grab me the way it does to more competitive gamers because I'm not a competitive gamer.
Yeah.
And I don't like
It's a
playing.
high skill ceiling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And people are amazing at that game at the highest
I
level.
love watching.
I was just going to go into into Twitch streamers.
Do you watch on Twitch?
Yeah, absolutely. I have. I mean, I don't actively do it all the time, but I have watched on Twitch. It's so much fun. It's fun when you know someone has a team that has their back when they're playing a game like that because it's played correctly. Whereas someone like myself goes on, let's say you and Kevin aren't available, whatever, you're not feeling it. I jump on with 2 or 3 guys I don't know. There's nothing's going to happen. You know what I mean? If we're playing against a team of guys who all know each other and they're all in party chat, there's no benefit to playing it by yourself. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's the solo. I mean, I played it solo for a little bit, trying to get a hang of it.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's all team.
Yeah.
Playing with a team that's and getting better and improving and making those crazy trick shots.
When I tried Overwatch for the brief time, I won't go into a big thing about Overwatch, but I got it on PlayStation 4, which no one has it on PlayStation 4. But I got it on sale
because it was a lot of people do because it was free.
Exactly. I got it on sale or maybe for free, but no one I know is what I mean.
Oh,
no one I'm going to play with it within my very teeny circle of friends.
Teeny circle.
But so what I did though, is that game was so much fun, even solo, up until level 18, 19 for me. That's when you start hitting those games where the whole team is communicating and you're not. There's a point.
They just communicate without speaking, or are you just saying they're not communicating?
No, they're speaking.
They just don't talk to you.
You're just not involved. They're in a party chat. You know what I mean? And you're not part of that party chat.
So then you're just this dude that doesn't know what's going on.
They're with their Ians and their Kevins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got it.
And so they have a plan, and you're not part of it, and you're kind of just that guy. And then it becomes not as fun.
I just played it. Like Alyssa played it for a little bit too, and I played it just played the single player because I was never ready. I was like, oh, I'll get ready to go online, and and I could never get any good. I was never any good at it.
Right.
And there's too many games to play, and it takes too much time. It's kind of like For Honor.
It has
it's just very specific set of skills that need practice.
Works a lot better than For Honor.
It does work better. Absolutely, it works better.
I'm sorry. Let's get into what's going on with Rocket League.
10.5 million units sold. That's fucking awesome.
It's crazy.
That's a big number.
Crazy.
Is that all platforms?
It is all
combined?
platforms.
Wow.
Isn't it more than that? I thought it was 20-something million sold and then 10...
What was 10? Yeah, because
10 sold and 20 players. I'm sorry, 20 million players. Right?
Yeah. It was 20 million.
Right.
20 million players because I don't know if they counted the PlayStation free downloads or not.
I think they did.
I was reading through it. And did it mention that?
Yeah, it does mention it in like first or second paragraph. It does.
Okay, I must have just glossed over.
And I saw as well. They had 7 million players last month.
Yeah. It's a dedicated.
That's
group.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know people at work who play that game. Two of them.
Still.
Yeah.
Actively.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They love it.
When did that game come out?
Oh, God. Rocket League came out...
A year and a half
started
ago,
hitting on
right?
PC. Came out on PC only first.
Yeah.
And then it came to PlayStation for free. And that's when it really hit it off because everyone downloaded it on PS4.
Yeah, because it was
got really
People
popular, and then
out.
word of mouth hit it,
Yeah.
and then it sold, and then they brought it to Xbox, and that community. I keep kicking this goddamn trash can.
Fuck the trash
moving
can.
it. Yeah, so it just became it just grew. It's like the classic word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know, it was not a huge marketing budget or anything. Just the community just grew. You know, people were like, "Dude, you got to try this game. It's so fun."
I love the original name as well. The
the long ass.
I have it here. I had to write it down. Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
Yes, that was.
That is so great.
Did you see Danny O'Dwyer's?
The no clip?
Yeah.
Clip. Yeah. I watched it with.
So
I think
good.
I watched it with you. I started it with you. Was it a 2-part?
That's right. Yeah, it was 2-part.
Yeah, I started with you, finished it at home.
So good.
Absolutely.
Did you watch the Doom one?
Started with you, finished it at home.
So fucking good.
Fantastic. No clip is fantastic.
I needed to catch up on his shit, actually.
Have they done anything big recently?
He hasn't been doing like those game ones,
Yeah.
but he's going around like interviewing all these game developers and stuff. It's really
Okay,
interesting. So,
cool.
But yeah, so Rocket League, congratulations to Psyonix. That's so amazing that
Yeah.
they've sold that many fucking copies of that
In
game.
the title of the article, kind of the second half of it mentions why they don't plan on doing a sequel at least anytime soon.
Yeah, right.
And
Why
I wanted to get,
would you?
Yeah,
know, why-
yeah. I wanted to know if your opinion on that was similar to mine, which is absolutely. Why would you?
Like, I don't like Overwatch. They don't need to do a sequel.
That was going to be
Just
my
keep adding on to
example.
it.
I don't ever see an Overwatch 2 coming. Like just like there's never going to be.
Eventually.
But do you think there's going to be a League of Legends 2?
Well, there's a Destiny 2 coming out this year.
Yeah, and you hear how mad people are about that.
Are they mad?
There's some people that are mad,
I don't really
but
care
those are
about
the
them.
people that are mad about the Brave thing. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe. No, those people don't play games. They're not even gamers.
Right.
I feel like those are people who like don't even have a TV in their house.
I think you're
They've
right.
got like an old like CRT 12-inch that they pop a VHS in every now and then. It's in their library,
Right.
as because they're just so much better than everybody else.
You're absolutely correct. And so I wanted to get your opinion on that. And then another thing as well is since they probably won't do a sequel to this game at least, what kind of new features you think they'll add? I know
They've done all the different they've done a bunch of different.
they've done
sports.
basketball, right?
Hockey.
They did hockey.
Mhm.
Okay. Soccer. I don't know how.
Soccer's the original one,
right? Of course.
And they did the basketball.
I don't know how you do like a baseball
or a football.
Are we getting like?
Wouldn't really make sense.
Are we getting supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered like water polo? Is that
like
next?
during the Olympics?
Is that next?
They might do some Olympic thing. Who
Archery?
knows? Yeah. Like they could do countries. That would be fun.
That could be cool.
Like during the World Cup or whatever, just do like the countries and the cars.
Man. That could be really cool.
I don't know how big of a worldwide community it is. Like of those 7 million players, like how many are playing in the U.S., how many are playing in England and Germany and Japan or whatever, like those major countries. But that would be a thing they could do. I don't know. Like, I don't play it enough to really have like that opinion to be like, they should do this because I just don't know that community that well. But we just want to make sure and just let everyone know, like, holy shit, 10.5 million is crazy.
Good for Jeremy Dunham. Good for the guys over there at Psionics, killing it.
So cool.
Keep doing what you're doing. Get lucky again and
right. You want to save? You want to do Shadow War last? That's gonna be our big one.
Yeah, that'll be the big one. Let's do it.
Go ahead and do it. I don't have the tabs were all up on my phone.
No problem.
Just in here.
The one I have next is Ghost Recon.
Oh yeah, just kind of the review roundup for that.
Exactly.
The Metacritic in general.
Some things stood out to me on here.
I read a couple reviews of it today to be prepared for this conversation.
Yeah, did you go through the whole roundup of at least the ones they picked?
I read IGN's review and GameSpot's review. I hadn't seen a lot of the YouTubers' reviews yet.
Yeah, they had IGN, GameSpot, of course. They had PC Gamer, Games Radar, and Destructoid.
Okay, I'm going to pull it up on Metacritic and get just the aggregate of all those guys put together.
Absolutely. Going through them all, what do we got? 76. A user score of 5.6. So what I noticed going through them all, at least not all of them, but everything in the roundup that GameSpot had posted, and we've heard this a lot, especially over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
Very fun with friends. Doesn't play that great. Nothing to do by yourself.
Yeah, shitty single player. Uber repetitive.
I mean, and we talked about For Honor, which is a very similar situation. Not a similar game, but I think a similar theme, right? Would you say? I mean, more fun with your friends. Yeah. Not that great by yourself.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Well. Right.
Third-person shooter, I think it just sounds like The Division, but bullets kill people.
Exactly. But bullets kill people.
And it's outdoor. And it's like
you didn't
in
like
Bolivia.
the Borderlands boss that you had to shoot for an hour and a half in Division to kill them?
No, I didn't like Division.
No, fair enough.
Like, I liked New York City, and I liked the snow. I thought that was cool.
It did look good. It definitely did look good.
But it was really lame. I'm going to pull a Greg on you, as in a Greg and Colin, and leave you all by yourself while we're recording this.
Where are you going?
I have to run away.
Where are you going?
You have to
Can I narrate what you're doing?
You can either entertain everyone, or I can just cut out this.
No, we're not cutting this shit out.
You don't want to, because I can totally edit it, and you never...
Just go.
All right.
Just go.
Be right back.
All right, people of ZeroHP, Mason here. Your fearless leader, Ian, stepped away. We don't need him. He's not that great anyway. If we're honest, he brought me on just a guest. Turns out, I was the best guest, and they won't let me go home, man. No, really though. I need help, please. If you know anyone, I need help, please. 911. I'm basically running this company now. I don't know how to tell Ian and Kevin. Kevin knows. I mean, fuck, he knows. I mean, I feel like, Jimmy is gonna rise up with me. I'm bringing Jimmy on. We're running the ship straight into the fucking rocks. You know what I'm saying. I feel like Ian, is dragging this company down. It's going to get weird when I have to come to his house to record and not let him in. Still figuring that part out. Yeah, Kevin, look, man, if you're listening, I didn't know how to bring this up to you. I knew it was going to get weird. It's just, your time has come, man. I don't know how else to break it to you. All right, I think he's coming back. Remember, just don't tell him. I want it to be as painless as possible, like a Band-Aid. Fucking rip that shit off, and all his stupid hair with it. No, he's not coming yet. I hear him. He's fernuggling in the kitchen. I think the wifey might have brought groceries home. Sounds like milk. Nesquik, kind of that chocolate powder, not the syrup, the powder. No, he's an Ovaltine guy. He showed me Ovaltine because he's from fucking South Dakota where they have Ovaltine. Has it shipped here, Amazon Prime. He's just... What's he doing? Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, what's up? You gonna cut that, or?
I might, but I don't think
you might. Whoa!
Hey, if you want me to cut it, I'll cut it.
No, don't cut it, man.
Okay, then I'll keep it in there.
It was a good bonding experience.
Yeah, you were real close to that mic.
I was real. I want to feel it. Yeah, I want to feel the warmth.
Were you insulting Kevin again?
No, it's a lot of you though.
Insulting me?
Yeah, I mean, no.
That's okay.
Not insults.
That's fine. I wouldn't mind.
More like
no one ever criticizes me.
More like a pending.
I mean, to me.
More like a pending coup.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So you and Kevin?
No, not Kevin.
Just
no.
you.
Pretty much me and Jimmy.
Oh,
but Jimmy
okay.
doesn't know.
Well, Jimmy's sick.
Jimmy's sick as shit. He caught the HIV. I saw it. You know,
it looked bad.
It looked real bad.
I mean, it sounded like it looked bad.
It looked
I
bad.
didn't see it.
It looked bad.
All right, cool. Coup in place. And until then,
coup in place. Until then, Ghost Recon.
Yeah, disappointing.
Very.
Ghost Recon.
Neither of us have played it.
Not gonna buy it or touch it at all.
Neither am I.
Because it sounds like I can definitely see why it would be fun.
Yeah.
But compared to the stuff that's coming out with Horizon,
correct,
and Zelda, if you own a Switch, and then we got Mass Effect, it's just like, yeah, right. You know, have fun.
There's no reason to. It's a weird timing for them to release this game. I don't understand it.
I feel like Ubisoft's kind of going down the tank.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah.
But I'm going to move the mic so it might make some noise. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, but they kind of fucked that up. And like I liked almost every entry too. It wasn't that I thought those games were terrible quality, but you know that's what happens when you annualize. People get tired of it and you stop selling. And now they're making one, but I just feel like it doesn't have the momentum that it had.
Yeah,
like
right.
As going into Assassin's Creed 3 and then following up with like Black Flag, like that era. Yeah. That's when it reached and then went down. You know, I didn't love 3 and Black Flag was okay. I got tired of a lot of people love Black Flag, but anyway, not to go on a huge Assassin's Creed.
No, absolutely. It's important to talk about.
Ubisoft is just I'm not impressed with Ubisoft anymore. No, and I'm actually I was a big fan. Try stuff like Far Cry Primal and For Honor. And you know, Assassin's Creed originally, like before they became famous, they try some really interesting stuff.
I don't know what it is at this point. I feel like they just can't. They're trying so many different types of games. They can't grab a hold of one and make it work. You know.
Yeah, they all feel kind of the same.
Yeah. You know it's a Ubisoft.
And none of them ever get like 9s or higher.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're never considered. They're almost like the new, what was that company, THC or...
THQ?
THQ. Yeah. THC is in pot.
THC is in pot, correct. Correct.
You probably think I'm a stoner. I'm actually not, but yeah, THQ. Like, remember like THQ was like the king of mediocrity? They released 7s.
Yeah, I can't remember...
They have a
Didn't they
shit ton
do,
of games, dude.
Like... I'm probably going to get roasted for this. Didn't they do, like, the Spider-Man games originally?
No, it was Activision.
Activision. I fucking knew it. God damn it.
Yeah, they drove that bullshit. I'm so glad they have freaking Insomniac making a Spider-Man game.
Oh, God. Man. When we learn more about that, we'll do a topic.
PS4 exclusives are so much better than Xbox.
It's crazy. And anyone who knows us, or at least you, knows that we are Xbox fans.
Yeah, big time. I love my Xbox.
Yeah.
PS4 exclusives are.
There's no arguing.
It's my exclusive machine. It's the only reason I own it.
Absolutely.
It's the only reason I bought it.
Absolutely.
I think there's a pretty big group like that. Not massive, obviously, since like 50, almost 60 million PS4s have been sold.
Yeah, we talked about it, I think, when I first came on. There aren't a lot of people who own both consoles.
No.
And of those people who do, I think you're absolutely right. I think they bought one for a game.
Yeah, when Don Matrick threw gasoline all over the Xbox and then lit it on fire and then laughed and then left... PS4 took over, and that was it. That's all it took. It just took that one bad intro, and whoop, they were gone. They were screwed.
If we could just touch back on Ghost Recon real quick.
Yeah,
there was one thing from the Games Radar review that I wanted to point out and get your opinion on. They gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Whoa!
Yeah, strange. In their review, they're almost saying, like, we knew this was going to be bad, but it's good at being bad. Let me read it to you. This is a quote from the Games Radar review. And I apologize if I missed a couple of words in here. None of the recurring glitches or other one-time bugs I experienced were game-breaking and mostly resulted in laughter rather than any actual frustration. Small, unwanted side effects of building a game this massive, detailed, and rich as Wildlands.
Is it rich?
So
see, because most of the other ones I read were like, it's the same fucking thing over and over again.
Yeah, and my problem with that is that they're saying the game is good because it's funny.
Yeah.
The game's not supposed to be
It's
funny.
not a comedy game.
It's not a comedy game. It's so not a comedy game that the Bolivian government got mad at it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck Bolivia.
Did you see they were going to like press charges? I didn't really hear that part the first time. I thought they were just complaining. I'm like, well, you have a right to complain, but like, they actually like threatened, like, get the fuck
It's
out
crazy.
of here. And like, why don't you just deal with your own problems? which
Wouldn't
you
it be
have
great
plenty.
if the next Great War, was against Bolivia over Ghost Recon Wildlands?
Well, that would not be a great war.
That would not be a great war. Yeah,
They would surrender before anyone even...
wouldn't last too long. But I wanted to get your opinion on that second one as well. Small, unwanted side effects of building a game as massive, detailed, and rich as Wildlands. So to me, it sounds like a cop-out, I guess. When you have... they're saying when you build a giant game, yeah, shit's going to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's bad training that we've gotten from like Elder Scrolls, which we're both fans of.
Right.
But they're known to be glitchy.
Well, and they kind of... But those games were great in every other area.
Right. And we just
They
got...
made up for that at first.
We just got Horizon and we just got Zelda, which are both
So
arguably...
clean. I haven't played Zelda, but I've heard...
Oh,
It's
yeah.
getting like 10s.
And they're both arguably as detailed, or well, obviously more detailed and rich. And from what I understand, they play great. You played Horizon, you tell me. I mean, is it...
I haven't had any glitches at all, actually. Yeah, I'm sure there's something, but...
Yeah, but I mean...
I have not had a single problem with that game at
Yeah.
all. Like, every now and then, there will be uneven surfaces, and you're trying to run and dodge, and she'll get stuck on a little something. I mean, it's... I have to, like, nitpick to find problems with that
That
game.
statement just seemed odd to me, and I don't know...
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that standard, but that's the reviewer's opinion. So
I'm not a reviewer.
I'm not a fan of the 4.5, because, like, for me... Since I've started with ZeroHP with Kevin,
Yeah.
like, my goal was to stretch those numbers out a lot more. I feel like it's basically 7 through 10 is all that gets used
Yeah.
in a lot of game,
I think you're right.
and then a few 6s. Like,
It's-
to me,
it's
like,
rare.
I want 5 to be a game that I shrug and go, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
To me,
right in the
and
middle, yeah.
You can even argue the whole merit of scoring games in the first place, but I like to do it, and
Well, it's strange because it's subjective. Right.
Completely subjective.
And you have to find...
It doesn't really mean anything. What matters is what the person says and or writes.
And to that person, a good game means...
And we disagree with that
He
person.
had fun.
Which is what...
No,
that's
yeah,
the point,
but
right?
I mean, he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And
if I spend $60 on a game that's supposed to be, like, serious, and I want a really good third-person action shooter game...
Yeah.
And, like, dudes are doing, like, walking on their head or something.
Yeah.
There's, like, dumbass glitches.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this,
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Poor production value.
Absolutely.
So. Yeah, so disappointing, but not surprising.
All around disappointing.
Based on Ubisoft's record as of
maybe one day when it goes free to play, we'll
I guess.
try her out.
I've still got
I
better
don't even
time, better use of my time.
This next topic, I don't know too much about. We touched on it maybe the first or second time I was here, at least the beginning phases of it, about John Carmack sues ZeniMax.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wanted to put that in there because we had talked about the last one which was ZeniMax won.
ZeniMax suing...
Are you talking about Oculus?
Oculus, thank you. Yeah, I wrote it down, still couldn't figure it out. Oculus, yeah. Mm-hmm. So explain it to me. John Carmack starts at id, which is owned by ZeniMax.
Correct.
And then he moves on to Oculus in like the 2000.
Well, he starts at id, he helps to create the original Doom, and then eventually id gets purchased by Bethesda, the publisher.
Okay, yeah.
And then ZeniMax, it's a big corporation.
Yeah.
So then by the time he leaves, and they're like, you left with stuff, with information, or with, builds or whatever, technology that you may or may not have used, but you left with it and you used it in some capacity to build Oculus.
Right.
And your success is partially based off of technology that you took from us.
Correct.
That we own. That's what ZeniMax says.
Right.
They won a lawsuit against him.
$500 million?
And he is countersuing, $500 million.
And from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, he believes he deserves money from the purchase of id Software by ZeniMax because he contributed so highly to id Software, correct?
Yeah, so this is a quote from GameSpot, according to Carmack's lawsuit, ZeniMax paid $150 million to buy id Software. Now, nearly 8 years after the sale, it says ZeniMax refuses to pay the final installment of cash it owes Carmack or let him convert it into shares of stock. Seems awfully convenient to me that he's just now turning around. Why didn't you bring this up earlier?
Right. When they were suing you for $500 million.
Like, now you're suing?
Like,
it's just weird.
odd.
Like, you're just... I mean... was that payment not due till right now? And now I assume I don't understand. That just seems like perfect timing. I just don't understand. It just seems. And ZeniMax spokesperson said in a statement to Dallas Morning News that Carmack's claims are quote completely without merit, apparently lacking in remorse and disregarding the evidence of his many faithless acts and violations of law. Jesus. Mr. Carmack has decided to try again. Oh shit, ZeniMax!
Wow, they're roasting him. They're fucking they're going. Jesus Christ. I mean, you're right, the timing is weird. But do you think he has any ground to stand on here?
I think we need to wait.
Yeah.
It's this trial to go through.
More information.
But I think it seems really convenient. And, corporations aren't usually the good guy here.
Correct.
But I feel like they already won in a court of law a different lawsuit.
$500 million.
And I feel like he can't handle that.
Right.
And he's personally offended. And he's coming up with something to try and countersue them. That's my initial reaction.
I agree with you.
If facts come out that prove him right, then I'll support him. So
just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, time will tell.
We're gonna save Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Last one we have here is the most recent PS4 update that came out on
yesterday. That's right.
I don't have the number of the outdate.
4.5.
Thank you.
Is that it? Sure,
we'll call it that.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.5.
I think it came out yesterday. It went live yesterday.
Yeah, 4.5.
This will come out Monday, so it went live on the 9th. Correct?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thursday the 9th. I jotted down a couple things here, and it wasn't much that it.
No, there was some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I
have a favorite one in my head that I can think of right now. But what are some of the?
Is it boost mode?
No.
It's not boost mode?
No, I don't give a fuck about
Come
that.
on, man.
It's on a 4K TV.
From what the way they explained it, boost mode aims to improve quality of games, not patched to support PS4 Pro.
Yeah, it was for PS4 Pro.
So it's only for PS4 Pro?
Yeah.
Explain that.
So games that were made before they had even finished, R&Ding that system are built to run solely for the PS4.
Okay.
So maybe they're running 30 frames a second.
Okay.
Or maybe, you can only have X amount of characters on the screen at once, or whatever limitations that a 2013 or 2014 game may have had on it.
Right, yeah.
That now can be freed up because we have this PS4 Pro and a 4K TV that has higher processing power.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in, now this game that was never 60, we're going to give it 60 now.
Okay.
And you can download a patch that will allow you to play this game at a higher fidelity, at a higher frame rate, and with higher limits, because you paid for this ridiculous machine. In my opinion, it's ridiculous. I don't like the iteration, and I'm worried Scorpio. I've been saying for a long time that it's going to be the next thing, and I'm a little worried it's not.
I was just going to bring that up because I know you're looking forward to Scorpio, and I don't know.
Based on a recent Phil Spencer interview, I'm a little concerned now.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, it's a premium product." Don't say that. Don't say premium product.
Philly.
I wanted
Philly.
I wanted a new console because you guys needed to push PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you come out and be like, this generation's over because we just started the new one. That's what I wanted. But no, I think it might be more. We'll see. They could blow us away.
I think you're right. I think we won't know until we know.
Yeah, so that's the PS4 Pro update. What else you got?
Well, with that as well, there was another update that made, not that it matters, in VR it made 2D images look better. So, for example, when you go
cool.
You go on the home screen, apparently there was some quality issues there.
Okay.
Just improved on those.
PSVR, 975,000 units sold. It's pretty fucking awesome.
No shit. Yeah. Really? Oh. Good
for a kind of a testy thing.
Very testy.
That's a lot of units.
Good
so
for them.
it's good that I hope they keep working on it.
And the last one I put down here is they're working on, or they already have, I didn't maybe interpret it correctly, an Android PlayStation Network app. And if they have it already, it sounds like they're making a lot of improvements to it.
Yeah, I don't have an Android, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I do, and I still don't know. Because I would have no use for the app. But from what I understand, you can do things like if you had your phone out and you got a party invite, it would show up kind of similar to like a text, right? And you could hit accept or decline. If you hit accept, it'll quickly just throw you into the party. You hop on your PlayStation, and you're good to go. Outside of that, I don't know what you would use it for. I mean, quick messaging.
Just people who were doing a lot of multiplayer.
Keyboards are shitty on consoles. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
The one that I wanted to mention that I liked is it allows you to take pictures in game. and then post them as your wallpaper,
What?
which is cool.
Didn't see that.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if it was in this article, but I saw it on PlayStation Access YouTube channel. I love those guys.
Yeah.
Love them. They were showing.
Those are British guys?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
3 British guys.
Really funny.
And Holly.
Really funny.
I love Holly so much. I kind of have like a little thing for her.
Is she
and
redhead?
Rob, and she is. God damn it.
Yeah! We're getting to the bottom of this. Those guys are really funny, though. Rob is really funny.
His Friday features are phenomenal. So I watched it was Nate who did the video about all the different updates, and one of the things you can take like a picture in, Uncharted or Horizon or whatever, all those shitty games.
Terrible fucking games, man.
those-
We should go play Ghost
They're so
Recon.
lame.
We should go play Ghost Recon.
Fucking women invading games.
I hate women.
They're you can take a picture of her like firing the bow and then make that your background screen. So that was like the main thing for me. I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna do that.
Huge. and weird that you couldn't already do that. You could argue, but
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of do it with Xbox.
I don't want to be that guy who's just trying to find the negative. So I do think
No,
it's very
dude,
cool.
it's good to find the negative as long as it's a real negative.
You can
Don't make up a negative.
Yeah, and you can do it with Xbox. And mine is still from The Witcher. Going through kind of a swampy area.
Oh,
I thought it was so fucking cool. The plants, there's like these weird glowing mushrooms.
Oh, shit.
And I put it in photo mode, so it got rid of the HUD. And
Nice.
I'm just fucking standing there with these glowing trees. God, it's so cool.
Oh,
God,
that's
so cool.
really cool.
God, that game.
You gotta beat the story.
I know!
I want to talk to you about
I
the
know!
story. You must find Siri.
Siri. God damn it, Siri.
Okay. Is that it? Are we moving on to the main thing?
We are moving on.
Because we're already an hour, so
That's
I kind of want to...
Well,
We're going to kind of go through this. I'm just going to read it. We'll get your reaction. Of
course.
We'll move on. So, GameSpot did an interview with Michael LaPlata, who is the main man at Monolith, who are the developers for the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor previously. I'm just going to read some of the stuff he says are really interesting, so there's no reason for me to just talk about them. I want everyone to hear exactly what he said and take their own impression away.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, the first one is on the improvements to the Nemesis system, which is the biggest thing, right?
Yeah,
of course. That's what the game's all about. It's hard to distill it down into a single answer because there was a lot. I think the biggest one was looking at people's stories, whether it was Reddit or YouTube. What were the most emotional? The strongest emotions are the most resonant stories. What do people remember, or what do they identify with, and how could we really double down on that? What were the things that make those stories stronger and also ensure that everybody had a really good experience? Some people had these amazing orcs that they remember, they built these relationships with them, and then they just love to hate them. And then they get up there and they kill this orc, and they feel so sad because they developed a relationship with an orc, and now it's gone. But then other people, especially people who are very skilled and didn't die, basically didn't get to experience that at all because they just killed everyone they met. That's me talking. They just killed everyone before they could really get a rivalry going. Or players that were more casual and who died a lot would have their enemies grow too powerful and then they would just quit playing.
Exactly, yeah.
We wanted to make the whole system smarter to ensure that everyone gets these memorable personal stories. The other focus was to create a lot more variety. Ultimately, we had a few things that bubbled up, like poison weapons or orcs who are immune to everything, but we wanted to create more variety in terms of how they behaved and how they fought and what abilities they had. So that's his little take on the Nemesis system there. Oops, my computer went to sleep. Okay. What do you think on that?
So with the Nemesis system, I think even in the original, in the first game, it's still so different. Even if you went back and played it now, it'd still be so different. It's so cool. I think it's interesting that he brings up that for more casual players who maybe not very good at these types of games, how those enemies literally will rise up to power over time.
Yeah, as they beat you.
As they beat you,
they get stronger.
And you'll keep dying, and they will keep getting stronger.
Exponentially harder.
And it gets harder if you don't improve, which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing. There may be some balancing issues there, but I think...
I didn't think that game was that hard.
No, I didn't either, but we're not...
I guess there's people out there
exactly.
Struggling.
You know, I mean, it's interesting. The Nemesis system was something I thought was really cool always. I love being able to take control over an orc's mind and then watch him rise to power. I'm not sure how far into the article you're going to go.
I was going to skip a few things. They asked like 2 more Nemesis questions, which are interesting, but in the interest of time, I kind of wanted to...
What I wanted to touch on as well was like it talks about how you build loyalty with your allies, but there's a point where like, hey, that ally just died, and he's got this really cool armor set because it's got like a whole new RPG element as far as armor and weapons go. I mean, you can help him keep him as an ally, or you could let him die and take a shit. I mean, when it comes down to it, but
they're just orcs, right?
Yeah, they're just orcs. And
they're just orcs, and they're just goblins.
But I mean, they give them names, they give them titles, they give them not classes. Oh, I guess classes necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, they have like different, like the big troll dudes bash down.
Yeah, they have necromancers and shit. If you watch the gameplay,
that was sick.
There's some kind of crazy necromancer, and so another thing I thought was really cool is I don't remember if you could do this in the first one. What? You can assign a bodyguard.
I don't think so.
Right? No?
I don't think so
either.
I don't remember that.
That's the thing.
So obviously it didn't do much for me.
I don't either. But you can assign a bodyguard.
You're fucking badass.
Exactly. But back to the gameplay trailer, there was a point where you're kind of being attacked, or I think someone's coming up behind you and they get hit like in the neck with an arrow.
The bow and arrow. The crossbow guy.
Your bodyguard is just gotcha.
I love the orcs, man.
Australian.
They're like Cockney, like
it's very strange.
Poor, like the really poor English,
right? Kind of like chimney sweeps. They're all chimney sweeps.
Exactly.
But I thought that was really cool. He made it sound as well like you could maybe not hire, but assign active bodyguards to like a particular maybe mission.
Well, actually, this is very relevant right here. The question is, in the demo, there are moments when your followers come in and save you at the last moment.
Oh, there you go.
Is that something you're able to call on, or does that just happen naturally? Michael the Plotter said, it's actually a combination. You can assign a particular follower to be your bodyguard. So he's on call. If he's there and available, he will come in and rescue you when he can. Then there are also other ones that are dynamic, that will jump in to save you. We saw both examples in the trailer. We had Ragdug at the end. He was summoned, so we used that to call him in. That was a cooldown. So the guy on the... forgot what those are called. The big cat things that they were
right.
Riding.
Yeah.
Caragor. The guy riding the Caragor jumped in. Remember, he attacked that guy last second, and then he killed the Caragor.
Yep.
But it gave you the opening to finish him off. So that's that Ragdug. He was summoned. We used that. Then when we had Deadeye, who was up there as a sniper who saved us, both of those, that was random.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He just happened to be there.
So cool.
So
cool.
This is the way the next gen, we were right in the middle of the current, almost done with it. People can still call it next gen, but that's the stuff that I want to see improve. It's not just graphics, but these like incredible internal AI systems that change the way we play games.
Very excited about this game. There was one point. There's obviously things that they brought over from the first game. The character build they were playing with was probably max level.
Oh,
had all
really
the power
high.
so they can showcase everything you have. There's a point where he kind of aims at someone. You go into kind of that weird focus. I don't know what you'd call it. Where you're pointing your bow and everything kind of slows down. But you can do an assassination from that. You can point at someone who's further away from you, and you teleport to them, kill them, and kind of chain your attacks off of that. That came from the first one. I remember specifically doing that, and a lot of other things. Last time we touched on, you were actually concerned, I believe, or was it Kevin, about the Balrogs?
I was a little. Not the Balrog in and of itself. Like I can get behind Sauron.
You didn't want him to be roaming the valleys.
All of the. I just didn't want there to be. Just take everything in Lord of the Rings, all the cool stuff, and just dump it in here. Just dump it all on. Like, I don't care. I want Ents and Balrogs and just every fucking thing we saw in all the movies and all the books. I don't just, like, the lore be damned. I just want the biggest, most blockbustery thing I can get. I want armies of Balrog. Like, that's what I was like, please don't do that. I'm so protective of that.
They do talk about that.
They did.
Yeah, which is good. And he verifies, or clarifies rather, that Balrogs are not going to be found just wandering the valleys, hanging out. You know what I mean? They're very rare. He makes it sound.
I'm looking for that part, actually.
I think it's toward the bottom. And then, as well, another question that stood out to me is they bring up meeting Lord of the Rings characters.
This is a huge article, by the way. We're not even reading, like, a quarter of it. So we definitely go read this whole thing. We're skipping a lot.
Absolutely.
We're already in an hour or more. Lord of the Rings movie connections. Does this still fit into the canon of Lord of the Rings, or do you feel like you're able to go outside and make your own world and story now? When I read that, I got really scared. I'm like, if he says he's going to make his own story, we got problems.
Right.
We got real problems.
Right. Because you wouldn't want it to stray from the Lord of the Rings.
Because you're using that. You have to, you know what I mean? The reason that the Shadow of Mordor, on top of the great gameplay, the reason I loved it so much, it was told an unknown canon story to the letter.
Right.
Celebrimbor, that whole betrayal, Sauron, all of that.
They were really good about that.
The fusing with Talion was made up. That was not part of Tolkien's lore.
Yeah.
But it was using a brilliant story of that and combining the two together, and it was awesome.
Yeah, they created a protagonist that fit into that story.
Yeah, it was great. So, his response to that. It's always a challenge balancing those two things, but I think something we were really excited about with this is when people get to the end of the story and they've played it, and they immediately go and watch or read Lord of the Rings, that we will have made some connective tissue, or explained or explored some things that can even enrich or shine a new type of light onto those stories. It should really fit in. At the same time, it's still us telling our own epic story. So we'll see. The one thing we've done, which actually does align somewhat with the movies as well, is we've got real events, but we've shifted the timeline around. Of course, the Witch King did take over Minas Ithil. So Minas Ithil is the white tower with that nasty green glow.
Okay.
It was built by Isildur, the original guy who cut off Sauron's fingers and took the ring to the precipice and then said no. Mm-hmm. That's Isildur.
Okay.
So that was his tower. But it got taken over after the ring drove him mad and he went off and got killed by archers later. So the Witch King did take over Minas Ithil. It did fall and become... excuse me. Can you read the rest of that?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It did fall and become Minas Morgul. We moved the timeline of that event without changing the event. We moved that into our timeline of between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but that aligns with the notion of, in the first game as well, Sauron returning to Mordor and to the Black Gate after being absent for 1,000 years. Basically what we've done is aligned it with what we did in Shadow of Mordor, but also made it really fit with The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. You okay over there?
Yeah, when you'll be talking...
Yeah.
In the middle of the word, you get that spike in your throat.
Yes.
The itch. One tiny... It's like one little piece of your throat.
Right.
And it's whoop, itch. And you can barely talk. And if you breathe at all, it just expands with this fire in the back of your throat. And you can't breathe or talk. Or it's just I was gagging, coughing.
Jesus Christ.
Out of nowhere.
Literal fire.
Out of nowhere. So I'm really glad we're near the end of that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Obviously I don't know as much about the story as you do. I think it's great that they're going to try to keep it as canon as possible, but I was wondering what your thoughts on them kind of shifting the timeline around.
I need to see
is it going to affect anything as far as the hardcore fans knowing that it's not that way? Is that going to affect their experience at all?
It won't for me. The reason it won't for me is because as I play it, so I need to see what's in the game.
Right.
What I don't understand is, if you're saying you need to show the fall of Minas Ithil, just show it.
Yeah.
And then you've set up why it's... Right? Because that's what he's saying. It's saying it did fall and became Minas Morgul. We've moved the timeline of that event. Why do we need to move the timeline and make it happen now?
That's
Why
what
don't
I'm
you
wondering.
just show us...
Show it and then play what takes place
and then we
afterwards.
just play it, and Minas Morgul is like the final fortress that you take. They must have a good reason for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just gonna have to just wait.
Another thing we'll have to wait and see.
He asked if Peter Jackson had any input. He said no, he's not directly. But we work very close with Middle Earth Enterprises. We're definitely very much inspired by the movies within that and the treatment of the world. We also work with Tolkien scholars. A lot of different partners try and keep that authenticity.
Good.
So it's... I don't think it's blasphemous. Like I said, I was more worried with the misuse of the creation than... As long as you're still telling the same story, you know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing of a lot of historical drama films are inaccurate, but for me it matters what's inaccurate and what was the reason that it was inaccurate.
Right.
I always draw that comparison between Braveheart and Kingdom of Heaven.
Right.
Both have a lot of inaccuracies, but one still manages to actually tell a relatively close story and get the themes of the era across and bring that into our modern world, and the other just shits all over history, and it's just terrible, 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 terrible. So, and you know what I mean? So it's just the motivation behind the changes matters to me more than the actual changes themselves.
So as long as they can get the story across.
If they're telling the story the way Tolkien told it,
right,
that doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Because, Tolkien, his stories are incredible. His characters are amazing. His worlds are amazing. His descriptions are bar none the best descriptive reading I've ever read in my life. So it's all about the feel and the look.
Yeah.
And just, to me, you know, what I was worried about was the dumping of all the stuff in there. If there were a bunch of Balrogs, I'd be pissed because that cheapens it.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be this mighty creature
that you see.
There's only a few left in the world.
Holy shit! Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Gandalf, who's one of the oldest beings in that world, saw that Balrog in Moria and lost his shit. Like and so you feel it when Gandalf is afraid and has never seen something like that. Everyone's like, whoa, like this shit's serious. You know what I mean? Like it's a big, and then you've got a bunch of them. It's like it's just someone not understanding like what makes Lord of the Rings Lord of the Rings. You know, he's like, oh, that looks cool. Put 8 of them. You know what I mean? That's what I was worried about. So it sounds like they have the respect in the right spots, and if they want to change them, I mean, the movies change stuff around. The movies made tons of changes, and I still love the films because when you finish Return of the King, you still were told the story of Lord of the Rings, regardless of the changes that were made or things that were cut out. Mm-hmm. They got the books as well as you could put them into a movie, and they did it. So you still have that experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what matters. Yeah. You know, if they had just made an action movie and they just used all the stuff and we didn't care about any of the characters and the dialogue was shit, you know what I mean? And they didn't have respect for that, what makes Lord of the Rings Lord of the Rings. Exactly. Then they would have been shit movies. Yeah, so it's not just about inclusion, making everything perfect.
And you talked about how with Shadow of Mordor they brought in a protagonist who didn't exist in that universe, and which is odd. It seems odd, and they plopped him in there, but they still told the story very well. They, according to you, they
anchored the whole thing to a Tolkien story.
Right.
You know, if they had just tried to do their own thing the whole time, and there was just some ranger running around just all plotting to destroy Sauron, I would have been, this is kind of dumb. But it's feasible that he's this powerful because he has this ancient elven wraith of vengeance attached to his body. Like it's crazy. Exactly. And it works, and then you learn the whole story, and it's a Tolkien story. That's why it's so damn good. That's why it's so interesting. You want to keep getting to the next story mission because it's based on one of his tales. So
I can't wait, man.
Yeah, super excited.
I can't wait. Yeah,
super
bottom line.
Excited. August fucking 22nd too. It's right around the corner, man.
Really? I didn't see the date.
Yeah, August, it's in the first trailer.
Wow.
August 22nd.
August 22nd.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think I was more focused on when the gameplay trailer was coming out. It must have been. August 22nd, man. That's awesome.
It's a quick turnaround. So, I'm a fan of those quick turnarounds.
Do you think you can play Mass Effect for 4 months before this comes out?
Well, yeah, Mass Effect and
5 months.
And Horizon and I'm still playing Elder Scrolls Online, which I haven't played in a little while, but I will keep playing it. And then we got there's all kinds of stuff. ESO Morrowind comes out in June.
You're right. Yeah,
in June.
Absolutely.
Playing Total War right now. There's plenty of stuff. Plenty of stuff to keep us going.
Great year for games, man.
You got to get Horizon.
I got to get Horizon.
Stop it.
I'm going to go right now.
Don't be Kevin.
I won't be Kevin. I can't be Kevin.
We love you, Kevin.
We love you, Kevin.
All right. Bye, guys.
Let's call it. Bye, guys.